And just like that, here we are. It feels like it was only yesterday that we were building the Rebel U-Wing. I almost forgot the name of it for a second. But what's up, besties? It feels like it's been a minute, and I'm really excited to get into this set today. Hi, Eric. Hi, Andrew. If you guys haven't already, make sure to vote in the poll. This might be a divisive question. I don't know. I'm excited for both of them, but I want to know, what Star Wars film are you most excited for? We're not talking about Mando and Grogu tonight. We're talking about Starfighter and New Jedi Order, which might actually be in a connected story if the rumors that recently came out are true. Either way, it's the future of Star Wars. But on top of the future of Star Wars, we are also taking it back to the Clone Wars to build the V-19 Torrent Starfighter, set number 75432. And if y'all know me, which I'm sure you do if you're here, but if you don't and you're new, I love Asajj Ventress. So as soon as I saw there was a new Lego set that was going to have Ventress as a new minifigure, I had to get it. It didn't matter what it was, it didn't matter how expensive it was, I was getting it regardless. So one, I love the Clone Wars, and two, I love Ventress. Plus, we even get a Kenobi minifigure, which, from what I've heard, is a new Clone Wars Kenobi figure. I've kind of started watching some Lego stuff on YouTube, so I'm kind of keeping up with the different updates to printing and sets comparisons, and yeah, I guess that's what happens when you get deep into this shit. But make sure, like I said, if you haven't already, vote in the poll in the chat. And also like the stream and subscribe. We're going to be jumping into this build, and I'm excited because with this ship, the cool feature is these three wings fold down. So I'm excited to see how that kind of works out with the way that it's built. There was a previous Rebel U-Wing set. I do not own it, so I don't have anything to compare it to. But I'm excited to get into this one. Let's attempt to make sure I can see the instructions. And on top of that, if you pay attention to the music that's playing in the background, it's all lo-fi that I've made based off of Star Wars music. And there may or may not be a new demo in the loop. So listen out for that over my blabbing. Now I've got to find a strategic way to place all these Lego sets, or all these Lego pieces while I build. Because y'all know I'm famous for losing pieces or just forgetting to put pieces all together. I don't know why it happens, but this is my life. Let me know too if you guys picked up this set. It just came out, I want to say, last week? It came out on August 1st. And August is going by so fast already. I can't believe we're already in August. But yeah, this set just came out. It's considered like a summer set, but spooky season has kind of started already for me. So, and it's got a spooky Ventress figure. How fitting. Hey, Sublight. You can't see them, but I am wearing the Jaws socks that you got me from Universal, so thanks again for that. And I'm really happy to have some new house socks. Not very fitting for Star Wars, but you know, we love horror too. So we're gonna build this little Kenobi figure first and foremost. Something I love about the new Lego sets that were not like this when I was a kid was they have different printings on the front and the back. So he can be Happy Kenobi, or like Content, and like Battle Kenobi. You know what I mean? So I think we're gonna do the kind of smirk, because you know he's always got to flirt with Ventress when they're fighting, and this is a Ventress Kenobi duel set. So Sublight, I will send you a photo after the stream, because with the way the camera setup is, I could not get my foot into view. It would just not happen. But I promise you, I am. Alright, there's our Kenobi. Adtress. add Ventress. AD Ventress? Technically, this would be, if we're going by, like, religious stuff, this would be before death, not after death. Where's the lightsaber? I found a hilt. I do not see a blade. Yeah, so Sublight, I know you're a minifigure guy. So this Kenobi has, let's see, we've got leg printing, we've got arm printing. Like, this is a super sick figure. And I guess that's a new thing. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about the Ventress figure in this set. I don't have one to compare it to, unfortunately. This is my first Ventress minifigure. But yeah, there's Kenobi with his lightsaber in all his Clone Wars glory. Ewan McGregor wants to wear this outfit, and I kind of think it's going to happen. I didn't think so at first, but I mean, if you watch my podcast, This is the Wayseekers, we've kind of been talking about how Star Wars is falling into this bit of a nostalgia bait trap with its live action series, specifically. Outdoor is the only outlier. So I could definitely see Ewan McGregor showing up in a Clone Wars flashback in Ahsoka Season 2. So, we'll see. Alright, let's attempt to start the build, because that's what y'all came here for. Honestly, yeah, put a mullet on him, it'll be great. Although, I can't recall, because I know there were some issues when Tales of the Jedi came out with continuity and when he had the mullet, when he didn't have the mullet, because he didn't have it in the Clone Wars Season 1. So, who knows when Obi-Wan cut the mullet. I like to think that Satine was like, Obi, the mullet's just not working. So I'm going to need you to cut it if we're going to be seeing each other again. And he would cut it for her. Mullet physics were expensive in 2008. Yeah, so were cloaks. And that's why we didn't really see a lot of them. This ball piece is really interesting. It's got like some notches in it. That's probably going to be for the wing, I bet. Okay. I know I always talk about this, but as much as I love doing these LEGO streams, I do them in the worst lighting ever. Okay. So let's see. Hold on, I already think I messed up. Yep, I already messed up. Okay. So this piece needs to come off. Y'all get me started talking about Obi-Wan and his mullet, and everything goes out the window. Eric said, I don't care if there's nostalgia, because if they include something that is over 9 years old, it's nostalgic. Yeah, I don't care if there's nostalgia in it or like legacy characters either. I just want them to be there to like actually serve a purpose and enhance the story, not just to be like, oh my god, remember Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars? Well, here he is in live action in the armor. That's my take. If it serves the story, awesome. If it doesn't, then it gets a little dicey. You know what, Sublight? I haven't had dinner yet, so maybe I'm getting a little hungry from these Lego pieces too. Okay. I think we're good. Moving on. Seems like we've got a mix of votes here with the movies. We've got 75% so far for the new Jedi Order movie and 25% for Starfighter. Oh, we're already done with this. Okay. I'll put that to the side. We're going to build another one. All the nutrition with the sugary fan service. Honestly, if the nutrition is the story, then yes, that's exactly what I want. And more than one writer. But I'm not getting my hopes up for that one. If you haven't been following me on social media, which you totally should if you're here and hanging out, I am putting out a new video tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. I've been teasing it a bit. Like I said, if you've been following me on social media, you've probably seen me tease something about it. And I will just say that we're going back to Tanalorr. And that's what I will say. I'm really excited about it. It's my first like big long video essay that I've done since probably, I guess, the one that I did talking about what's next for Star Wars animation, which, spoiler alert, I was wrong. I thought we were getting a Hidden Path show, but we are getting Maul Shadow Lord, which I'm still really excited about. I love Star Wars animation. It's like my favorite part of Star Wars, honestly. And so I'm really excited to get more of that story. But I have other theories about still where the future of stories in Star Wars are going. So I can't wait to talk about that. The video, I think the final runtime is 25 minutes and 41 seconds. So unfortunately, it is not my longest video, since the what's next for Star Wars animation, I want to say it clocked in at like 26 minutes and 20 seconds or something like that. So this one is a little bit shorter, but I actually think it's a better video personally. So I really hope that y'all are excited for it. I hope you enjoy it, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say about my thoughts and theories in the comments. Yeah. And it's so funny because it doesn't feel like that as I'm writing it, but you know, after I get to like 8 pages and I'm like, oh shit, I still have a lot more I have to cover. Then I'm like, this is going to be a 20-minute plus video. So, yeah. I'm excited about it. I feel like I haven't really posted a ton of videos since right before Celebration, and then we had Celebration coverage on the Wayseekers channel, which was so fun. If y'all came and hung out during the Wayseekers Celebration station, thank you so much. That was a blast. And then after that, it was straight to Andor, which we all know that was a lot, just because we were getting a 3-hour movie for a month straight. So that took up a lot of my time. And then after that, unfortunately, my grandma had passed at the beginning of June. So that kind of took a while to get to a new normal and kind of process and grieve and whatnot. So yeah, I finally got inspired again to make a video, and it's 25 minutes long. So I hope you really enjoy it, because I had a lot of fun making it. Okay, we need 4 of these. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate it. Okay. I imagine this is going to be the base of the ship. Are they going to do us like K2SO and Ventress is going to be in the last bag? I have a feeling that's what's going to happen here. You never see these pieces anymore, at least not in Star Wars builds. These little, not webbed, but like curved pieces. I feel like I haven't seen pieces like this in years. But yeah, make sure if you haven't already, I see there's some more people hanging out. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. You definitely don't want to miss the video tomorrow if I haven't made that clear. That's going to go live at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is what, 6 a.m. Pacific Time? So you'll have plenty of time to watch it, and over the weekend, because it might take you a couple sessions since it's a longer one. Okay, now I'm building another contraption. I hope everybody's week has been going well as well. I feel like I don't talk about... like, there's so much that we talk about Star Wars, obviously, but lately I'm like, I feel like I don't talk about my personal life, so... I've got a new trainee at work, So that's been interesting, especially after the last one, which, spoiler alert, that did not go well. Not because of me, because of the trainee themselves. So I'm excited to be back training. I really like training. It's something I want to get into and further my career. Obviously, if if YouTube doesn't pop off and I've got to still have a day job, or YouTube doesn't become my day job. I know I'm back in the video making process when I'm going to bed every night at the earliest 4 a.m. That's how I know that I'm deep back into my creative process. The less sleep, the more creative and creating I'm doing, it seems. Andrew said I have the day off tomorrow. I'm going glasses shopping. That's exciting. I need to get some new glasses. I hate my glasses, but I'm just like, I never like any of the shit they have at the glasses store. So I hope that you end up with a pair that you like. Or if you don't, I guess you can just get your prescription and buy them online now. So you can even like upload a photo and like put them on your face to see what they would look like. So I hope your shopping experience goes well, Andrew. Are you going to get like thick frames, thin frames, circular, square, hexagon? And then Eric says, my week has been up and down emotionally, but still good. Been thinking about mortality. Interesting. That's a deep topic, especially for just a random midweek topic. You walked away from your job to find something else? Well, I hope your job search goes well and that you're able to find something that is long-lasting and that you really enjoy. That's why I'm so thankful that I have the job that I have now. Because I went through a lot of jobs and not a lot of places that clearly I didn't want to be. So I'm happy to be at a place that I enjoy, that works with my schedule. I am what some people would refer to as a psycho, and I work Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I know that's late for some people, but I'm such a night owl that like it works for my schedule. I know not everybody can do it, but I can't do 8 a.m. I can't do 9 a.m. 10 a.m. sometimes, but like not an everyday thing. So my little 11 to 8 works great. Andrew said, I've gotten ones from Zenny, but I'm going to try at the Warby Parker store. Ooh, some round ones. That's exciting. Hopefully you will post photos in Discord. That way we can see. Or at least send me a photo. Okay, so this... Nope, see, I already fucked up. Okay. Need to put one of these... Hold on. Something is not right. No, it is right. Oh, I see. Yeah, that was not right. This goes here. This goes here. Eric said if I don't get a job, I'll just be back in school and finish your art education degree. That's exciting, art education. I love that for you. We all kind of... the goal is like to get a job doing something that we actually love to do. And I know that you are very much an artist. Especially with your comics and whatnot that you work on. So I could totally see you being an art teacher. Okay, so this goes here. This goes... Oh, that would make sense. Okay. Half the time when I build Lego, I'm like... Sometimes I don't even know how I do this. Has anybody else gotten any Lego sets recently? I had asked before, but I think there's some more people in here now. Does anybody else have the V-19? And if so, have you built it? All right, there's probably the base of our ship. So we're going to put that to the side again and start doing this. I don't know how many bags we're going to get through tonight. There's 5 bags in total. I want to say it's around... Actually, I can tell you how many pieces. There are 567 pieces. I'm glad I looked because I was going to say 5,000 something, and it's definitely not 5,000. Oh, look at the color of these bricks. They're like a army green almost. I feel like you don't see that color a lot. Oh, and then it goes with these little army green flat pieces too. Very interesting. I guess it's Thursday too. What's everybody doing this weekend? Are you a planner like me and have to have everything planned out, or do you just go with the flow? I am cleaning the carpets in my house this weekend. Well, not all of them, but some of them. You can't really tell right now, but behind me, my shelf is completely gone. Well, it's not completely gone. It's in my bedroom. For the time being, but all of my stuff is off of it, so that way I can clean the carpets in here, get everything nice and replenished, maybe give the carpet a fresh vibe. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to doing the carpet cleaning, but I'm looking forward to the end result. You've never made a Lego set from a box, Eric? And you haven't had a set in the past 17 years? I mean, I had never bought myself a Lego set in my entire life until I bought, I think it was the Republic Gunship UCS set. I might be wrong. I feel like that was the first one I bought myself. I definitely posted about it on Instagram, so if someone goes and looks, you might be able to fact check me, because I could be wrong. Okay, how do these pieces go? Oh, you go to a small anime club meeting at your local library? That's exciting. Okay, these pieces face the same direction, so clearly one of them is wrong. Is it like a book club? You know what? Speaking of anime, I would like to know, and I was just thinking about the other day, what happened to the Jedi Fallen Order manga that was announced at Celebration? I have never bought a manga, but I plan on buying that one. And I feel like we haven't heard any news about it. And I hope it doesn't get canceled, because I was really looking forward to it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, if they've said something about it or there's a potential release date, but when I just looked the other day, I don't remember them posting any kind of release date. Okay, I've got the blue pieces. Now we're going to put these on. And it's going to give us this kind of tiered shape. See those two pieces? I love that. I wish I could just build Lego like from my brain, but I definitely need the instructions. Like master builders and stuff, I don't know how they do it. Oh, you watch episodes of it on a projector and chat, usually make very out there jokes. Yep, that sounds about right. I definitely can see you doing that. I don't know if anybody has noticed this, but I thought about it, so I'm going to point it out and I guess call myself out. I don't need to wear headphones when we're doing the Lego stream, but I literally only have them on so I can listen to the music. I want to listen to music too, and it's probably a bit louder for me than it is for y'all, so you can hear all the cool stuff I'm talking about. But yeah, it's really nice. I enjoy listening to lo-fi specifically when I'm like scripting or building. Sometimes stuff with words just, I get very distracted. I wish I could be one of those people that's like productive while listening to a podcast, but it ain't me. All right, look at that. We've got the base. Let's see here. Okay, I keep putting this to the side and we're not done with it. So the big thing that I wanted to talk about during this stream is the recent rumor posted from Deadline about Matt Smith being cast in Star Wars Starfighter alongside Mia Goth and Ryan Gosling. And I really like Matt Smith, so I'm really excited about it. I oddly think he's very hot. So that definitely helps. But I know a lot of people like him from Doctor Who. I don't watch Doctor Who, but I watched a movie where he played a gay character. That was a fun watch. I want to say it was called Christopher and His Kind. So shout out to anybody that's watched that movie. I want to say Matt Smith is a bottom in the movie too. So that was entertaining. And then obviously House of the Dragon. I love Game of Thrones. I love House of the Dragon. Season 2 was kind of meh because it didn't really go anywhere, but I'm hoping doing a rewatch right before Season 3 will really make it pay off. But yeah, I guess he is expected to play, or the reporting, obviously it's not confirmed, he's going to play a villain in the movie, if not the main villain, and kind of ushering in a new era of villainy in Star Wars. Which part of me was like, okay, we all heard the rumors, and he confirmed that there were talks about him having a part in Episode 9. The big rumor that he was going to be like a young Palpatine. Technically, they could still do that. I don't love that idea, but that is a possibility. And it did cross my mind. I was like, what if this is that young Palpatine thing? Because, I mean, the timeline still matches up because it's only taking place 5 years after the Rise of Skywalker. So, but I'm hoping he's a new, interesting villain. I'm very interested because Mia Goth is also supposed to be playing a villain. And I just love the idea of their like really cunty, high galactic accents, like English accents, which they refer to as high galactic in Star Wars. I'm really excited to see what they can bring to it because I like both of them a lot. I really liked the movie X, which that was the first time I saw anything Mia Goth was in. I liked Pearl. Not as much, but it was still really fun. I didn't see Maxine. I don't know why I never saw Maxine, but definitely still want to watch it. So I'm excited to see what she can bring because we've already seen her play darker characters or complex characters. So I think that'll do well. And then Matt Smith, he's just like such an asshole in House of the Dragon, but he's almost like he's like a villain that you enjoy to watch be bad. And obviously the platinum blonde locks definitely help. Smoking death sticks and getting high galactic. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, what did y'all think about specifically the Matt Smith casting rumor? Also, hi Brian. I saw you popped in the chat. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Sublight said Maxine was good, different, but still fun. Different from specifically what came before with X and Pearl, or just not what you expected? Because even between X and Pearl, like, those were way different too. X definitely felt more horror. Pearl felt a lot more campy. Not in a bad way, just I didn't expect it to be so camp. Obviously, we all know that I'm a star! That meme is perfect. Yeah, I thought she played great in Pearl. Okay, we're really beefing up the base here. Hopefully we don't drop the base. All right, let's see. Pearl is how you learned of David Cornsweet. I don't know who that is off the top of my head. So if you would like to elaborate. Wait, is that the guy who plays Superman? I think he's the guy that plays Superman. And if it is the guy who plays Superman, I did not... He played the projector. Okay, yeah, so it is the guy who's Superman. Okay. So I did not know that I had also watched something with him in it before. Ryan Murphy's Hollywood, which I think it was just one season on Netflix. He was in that, and he was like the main character, and I didn't know at all until I saw somebody post about it online. I was like, oh shit, I do know who that is. And you know what? Going back to some gay shit, I was mad he didn't have to hook up with a guy in the movie, because other characters did. Gotta push the gay agenda, you know? Oh, and you know who else was in it? That guy who plays Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory, and he was like an asshole, pervy director. So it was really interesting seeing him in such a serious role. I guess it's not a, like, serious, but like seeing him not be a goofy nerd. Jim Parsons, yes. Okay, I have a lot of leftover pieces. I didn't miss them. I bet you, you know what? I bet these pieces go in these spots right here. Because that would make sense. No, they don't. I don't understand why I have these extra pieces. Hello and call me Icy Clanka. I need to change my name. Yeah, what is up with the whole thing about clankers? I've seen a bit of that online, and I'm not necessarily following what is going on. What the fuck? Where do these pieces go? Maybe they are just... Oh, wait. Oh, no. I think I see where I was supposed to put them. Oh, no. And I definitely... Oh, God. Okay. Well... Okay, I see where they're supposed to go. Somehow I'm going to have to get these off. How did I become the meme? I don't understand the joke, and then I become the joke. That's sad. Okay, somehow I have to get this piece in here. There we go. So there's one side down. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm not a droid. I'll post a Notes app apology after the stream. Like all the celebrities do when they're being racist or caught being racist. God forbid. They don't want to... God forbid they get caught for being a shitty human. Okay, there we go. All right, let's move on to the second bag. Yeah, like Hulk Hogan. He's a shitty racist piece of shit. And he's dead. So. Alright. Now I think we can finally put this to the side. It was so funny. We were getting heated in the Teams chat at work after Hulk Hogan died. Because somebody was like, oh my god, look at what this other person in my team chat said about Hulk Hogan. And I was like, oh god, no comment. And then people just started going off. I think the favorite thing that I saw online was that he literally, his big shtick was like being an American, and yeah, he acted like a shitty American, and his whole character was kind of just like racist, and then surprise, he's racist. Go figure. There's crowns now. I have no idea what my podcast is talking about. All right. Not way seekers. Oh, there's crowns. Yeah, it's for like being top fans or something. I haven't looked into it. Thank you, Star Wars Sublight, for being my #1 top fan. According to the chat. I don't know. Okay, where's the piece that I need? This is not it. I feel like it makes you a top fan if you're like frequently sending chats. Maybe that's why. But I'm glad that you're here, because now I can... Not top fan. I thought I was your only fan. Now that Wayseekers is here, I already talked about my video, but my co-host Austin is putting out a also long video, much longer than mine, about the Fantastic Four that I think is going to be fantastic. So make sure that y'all check that out too. You get a little Wayseekers double feature this week. Okay. I don't see that piece anywhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, now we can move on. Make sure to come visit New York after you visit Tanalorr. Yeah, it's going to be a long flight either way, so... The one you can take in an airplane, the other you have to travel through hyperspace. And a nebula. Oh. Yeah, I did not go see the Fantastic Four. So I am going to Just listen to what Austin has to say about it. Clearly, Sublay thought it was really great. He was super engaged the whole time. Did you go see it in that theater, by the way, that was screening Andor? Or was it a different theater? I'm still so, like, envious that you got to watch Andor for the first time on, like, a giant movie theater screen with movie theater sound. Such a cool experience that a lot of us aren't going to get. Oh, the 2005 one. I saw 2005 and just thought 2025. Yes, cunty Jessica Alba. Okay. And I hope you mean cunty in an endearing way, because you're so right. And for the longest time, I was like, Jessica Alba has brown hair naturally? And then looking back, I don't know if she dyed her hair blonde, if she had on a lace front, but her forehead looked kind of funky, so I'm imagining it might have been a wig. And we all know that if anybody's going to talk about the wig, it's the bald bitch, aka me. The wig matched the movie. Okay. Yeah, don't spoil your video. The blue contacts were bad. But it's really interesting because I was thinking about it, and I feel like the new Invisible Woman, I think they call her the Invisible Girl, but like they're women. I feel like she looks a little odd with that icy blonde hair. And maybe it's because they're wearing like blue and white. I don't know. I guess there's also been paparazzi photos of Spider-Man from the new movie, and they posted a teaser about that going into filming or something. You know, this is not Scotty Holiday Marvel, but yeah, I see that stuff online. There's a lot of crossover between our fandoms, as you can see. Joseph Quinn wears contacts, blue contacts in the new one. He looked pretty good. Yeah, but like the contacts that we have now are way different than back then. Honestly, the best way to put it is compare live action Hera's contacts to live action Ahsoka's contacts, and it's a completely different vibe. Can you call me a bald bitch? No. That's only a kind thing I like to say to myself. Okay. So this goes in there. Well, getting away from Marvel, as I kind of mentioned already but haven't really gone into, there's also some rumors about the Rey movie being a first movie in like a connected story of movies that'll lead up to a climactic ending, similar to what they're doing with the Mandoverse. And my first thought on that was, I hate it. And it's simply because I worry about the Marvelification of Star Wars. I don't know if anybody else has other thoughts on it, but for me, don't love that idea right off the bat. Austin said, are you excited for your favorite wooden Star Wars character to return? This is how I feel about it. Yeah, everything's a damn cinematic universe and max value at this point. You know what I am excited to see, which I haven't watched yet, but it's been on my radar, and it's not an expanded universe or max value special effects fucking hoopla. Sinners. I'm really excited to watch Sinners. Yeah, if I keep talking about live action Hera, a wild crystal kyber will appear. What I mean, Eric, is just I enjoy intimate stories. I enjoy intimate character studies and learning about our characters and their complexities, not how it relates to this overarching plot, but like spending time with our characters, and I feel like we don't get to do that in these big connected story things. Okay. Speak of the devil. Now the Ahsoka music's playing. Okay, that doesn't work. Oh, that's because I had it on there wrong. Does this just sit on there? That's weird if it does. No, mine's wrong. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, it goes like that. There we go. I felt like I was going kind of fast, and then I look at like the pieces on here, and it's a bunch of little pieces, which means it's going to take a minute. At least with bag 2. Eric says, I think you can strike a balance, large universe, but married with focused character study. And you can strike a balance. I just don't think Star Wars has done a good job of doing that so far. That's what worries me. We thought we were getting the Ahsoka show, but it's the fucking Rebels Season 2 featuring Ahsoka for some reason. And that's another thing. I'm like, I know it. I think it was Celebration specifically that they talked about, like, we're going to get more Ezra. We're going to get more Hera. And I'm like, so why are we doing it all in one show? And one little 8-episode show at that? Like, I'll take a New Republic series. Rangers of the New Republic. Where are we? Especially now that Disney's looking forward to working with Miss Carano again, whatever that bullshit's about. So just you wait. Cara Dune's coming back. God, I hope not. There's some news I should have talked about. Fucking... Let me see, how can I say her name? Kina Garano. Yeah, that was a bit ridiculous, but I guess Disney decided that they wanted the anti-woke crowd to stop shitting on their views, so they wanted to appease them by bringing fucking Cara Dune back. Oh, my favorite wooden character being Gina Carano, Cara Dune. God. Just you wait. Y'all will hear my thoughts on Miss Cara Dune in the near future. Wink. Yeah. I wish she died on the way back to her home planet. Then again, what would she even be going back to? Because Alderaan got blown up. Okay, so I need this little piece and this little piece. And then I need these pieces. Yeah, she's going back to live on the Alderaan asteroid planet fragment colony. Austin, what is your profile photo and why is it you as a child? Make sure you vote in the poll if you haven't already too. I will have revenge. That's what fucking Gina Carano said. Hold on. Once again, I am doing this wrong. Because I've been real as fuck since I was a kid. Okay, I'll take that. I was a little cunty kid. Which I feel like is to be expected. Not that I was not well behaved. I was just... I spoke my mind, but that's why I'm a content creator now. Y'all come here to listen to me speak my mind. And get me to say things that... or get me going talking about some shit that irritates me. But I appreciate all the support. I really do. Like I said, it's been a hot minute since I put out a video. I mean, I did put out the Acolyte Master Soul lightsaber unboxing, and of course, you know, I appreciated people saying nice things about it in the comments and sharing the video and whatnot. But you know, that's just an unboxing. That's just me talking about a lightsaber. And I like doing stuff like that. I love talking about like my collection. But I really missed theory crafting. You're trying to get a good clip for Claude Offshore? Well, that would be saying things in the chat to get a rise out of me. Wayseekers Production Inc. has been carrying the Scotty Holiday content pipeline. If you mean in the sense of keeping me busy, then yes. All right, now oh, here it is. But we're striking a balance, or at least I'm attempting to. It was just a real hard, long April to July. Okay, so this goes like that. Excuse me. It was the only place you could find Austin SOE in the last 2 years. So yeah, and the number one place you could find me over the past 6 months, kinda. Oh, you're reading. You're reading Wayseeker Sublight. Is that the one with Vernestra and Master Indara, or is that the one with Jackie and Yord? Okay, that goes there. Yo, what are we weeding it white now? With Valnestra? I don't even know what that book is about. I mean, obviously I know it's about a story involving Indara and Vernestra, But I don't even remember what they're supposed to be doing. I think I was so irritated that the Acolyte got relegated to just publishing because they canceled the show, and I was like, I'm not reading the book. But also I wasn't very drawn to Vernestra as a character in the show, so I was like, do I really want to read a book about her? Not really. She's probably going to be a better character in the book, to be honest. Once again, going back to the, you know, character moments in these shows, we don't get them. So it would have been nice to get some character development for Vernestra, but I guess they figured there was, you know, the whole High Republic phase 1, 2, and 3 for her to get development. And then in the show, she's just the bald green lady. Yeah, I saw they like rebooted King of the Hill or something. I never watched that show. So the only intriguing thing is the creator of the character writing her in the Acolyte era. Yeah, I can imagine. That's the thing, Sublight. So Sublight says that's the crime of it all. Vern is amazing, and all these stories a real standout. Acolyte did not do her justice, in my opinion. In his opinion. Yeah, I know a lot of people were really excited that she was coming into live action, and I even without knowing anything really about her, because I didn't read High Republic books because I wasn't really reading back then. I knew that people were really excited about her, and then they were not happy with how she was in the show. And even me, for someone who's just introduced to her in the show, I was like, people love this character. Like, people ride or die for Vernestra. Okay, so here's our wings. Well, here's the base of one of them. Actually, I learned to read in 2022. Oh, and this is going to clip in here. Okay. I like that. Cool. All right, so this goes like that. And then goes like that. All right, that's a cool little maneuver. So we're going to put this like that. Oh, and it clips up here too. Hell yeah. That's cool. Yeah, actually I learned how to read in 2022. Thank you. I always say that when I read Dark Disciple, that's when I actually learned how to read. And now I can't stop making videos about Ventress. Imagine that. Who saw that coming? Okay. How the hell do I put these pieces on here? Unless I put them on like that. That doesn't look right. See, Andrew mentioned needing new glasses at the beginning of the streaming. Clearly, I might need some new glasses too, because I'm like, what? What does it say on the page? All right, and there's a long white piece, 2 of those that go here. Where are we at with our poll? Okay, so this is not surprising to me. Starfighter is now in the lead at 58%, with New Jedi Order at 42%. Very interesting. But that doesn't surprise me, honestly, because, like, we kind of have an idea of what we're going to get with the Rey movie, but Starfighter's more of a... We don't really have a guess as to what it could be. I know there's rumors about Ryan Gosling protecting like a young Force sensitive, or trying to get them somewhere, possibly to Rey's temple. I don't know if that's what it's going to be, but Star Wars does love a good selfish man finds a child who makes and becomes their father figure and changes their life. So I could see that happening. Did I fuck this up again? How the hell did those pieces... Long white piece was your nickname in high school? That tracks. I'm fucking this up. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I did that wrong. Okay. Great. As I always say, it's not a Scotty Holiday Lego stream if I'm not putting the pieces on wrong and having to take shit apart to fix them. I just have to figure out the easiest way to get this piece off. Here, let's put it in the camera. Oh, you know what? I can do it this way. Yeah. I was like, this is going to be a lot easier. Now, I have no idea how I'm going to get these little tan pieces off. Teeth. Yeah, I've definitely taken many a Lego piece apart with my teeth as a child. However, I'm trying not to do that as an adult, because it's not good for your teeth. Your late comment was deleted. It's probably because if you put a link in it, it's not going to let you post links in the chat. So if you put a link to your channel, Eric, that's probably why. But thank you for coming and hanging out. I hope you have a good weekend and have a good time at Anime Club. Oh, no link was shared. Huh. I have no idea then. I'm so sorry. Alright. Here we go. Now we're getting this back to where we need to be. Oh shit, I didn't even go back to the right page. Not don't link shame Aaron or Eric. Yeah, it wasn't me because I'm busy. So I think it was probably a YouTube auto thing. I don't know why though. Maybe I can find it when I go back and the stream's over. All right. Okay, now we're back to where we need to be. All the pieces are where they're supposed to be. Gonna move this out of the way. So now I need these black pieces. But yeah, going back to Vernestra and the Acolyte. I don't know what that was. I felt bad though. Okay, this says that these... Oh. Okay, I'm once again missed pieces. Let's try this again. Yeah, I'm really curious if I'm gonna be able to finish this in 2 streams or not. And I don't have a little backup set like I did with the U-Wing. Okay, I think we're building the cockpit. So here's something that I've noticed, and I've seen a lot of people complain about as well, and I kind of agree. These like downscaled Lego designs compared to past designs, they seem to be making space for like a character to pilot whatever you're building, but they kind of have to like lay down. What is up with that? Why even include it? You know what I mean? Nobody's piloting their ship laying down. Oh, I just realized that link shame was like kink shame. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're getting somewhere with the ship. We're adding on some fancy curved pieces. I guess we're doing 4 on each side. Okay, there's that, and we're missing one more piece. Oh, there it is. All right, here's where we're at so far. This is looking really good. Yeah, I'm really liking this. This is a cool design already. And like I said, with this piece here, the way that it can clip like down in the flying position and back for when it's landing, that's a really cool piece. I don't know if it hasn't come out yet or not, but I know there's the new, well, I'm saying I don't know if it came out yet, but it's new. I know it's new. It's the separatist tank thing. You know, the separatist tank thing, everybody's favorite Star Wars vehicle. But I think it's blue. And that feature had a really cool, or that set had a really cool feature where you like spin this piece and it makes the droid actually come out of the front of the tank like they do in the movie. So I thought that was really cool. And that's something that I've really enjoyed with these newer LEGO sets for me as someone who played with them as a kid, stopped, and then started again as an adult. The like ingenuity that they put into these sets now is insane compared to what it used to be. And while it's cool that they're able to make the sets smaller and more compact but still detailed, I also understand the issue with the downscaling and the price not downscaling. So I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel about the current LEGO sets they've been coming out with. Because people online definitely have a lot to say about it. And understandably so. Oh, speaking of the UCS Death Star, I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong because I don't remember exactly all the details, but at San Diego Comic-Con, they showed like an image of the prototype or the box or something, and it's not fully spherical, which people were expecting, especially for the price. And from what I saw, the minifigure selection is also not amazing. There's some real random ones in there. I never plan on getting the UCS Death Star, to be completely honest, so it doesn't really bother me. But I know I've seen that people were disappointed that it is not fully spherical, and understandably. I expected it to be fully spherical. Oh fuck, there's a sticker. I don't even know where the sticker thing is. Oh, found it. Sorry if that was loud. I don't know if the mic picked up me dropping that piece. Okay. The UCS sail barge? Is that new or has that been out? I also will not be getting the UCS sail barge. Just because I'm slowly learning that I have a lot of critiques about the original trilogy. Maybe not critiques, but yeah, not even critiques. I feel like I'm just not as connected to it, which is weird for the simple fact that, like, I saw Star Wars Episode 1. That was my introduction to Star Wars. And then immediately after, I repeatedly watched the original trilogy because if I wanted more Star Wars, that was the only thing that was out at the time. And let me see. So those 99, 2000, 2001, 2002. So basically for 2.5, 3 years, all I had was Episode 1 of the original trilogy. And maybe I just watched, like, too much of it. I don't know. I'm definitely a prequel kid through and through. So, like, some of the more original trilogy sets and stuff, I don't know. I don't gravitate towards them. Maybe that also has something to do with, like, the design and the aesthetic, too. Because obviously, as things changed with art and the world, you know, we went from Ralph McQuarrie concept art to Jug Chang concept art, different styles. I don't know, maybe, but that's the thing too. I love the Ralph McQuarrie concept art, so I don't know what my deal is. Maybe I'm just a hater. And speaking of, they announced that A New Hope is going back in theaters for the 50th anniversary. I don't think I'm going to see it. I don't know if I'm going to go see it. Especially since they did not do a re-release for Attack of the Clones, which y'all know is my fave, or one of my faves, for the nostalgia of it all. And so I'm kind of bummed. Okay, I don't really understand how these pieces are supposed to go on here. So this goes like that, and this goes like that. These are those, like, army green pieces again, too. Thank you for not attacking me in the chat. Who knew I was going to be so controversial tonight? Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to do the other side, right? Yup. I'm trying to think if there's another Lego set that I plan on getting in the near future. I'm still waiting for a official Lego Stinger Mantis, whether that be a UCS set, which is what I'd prefer, or just a play set, like a larger scale play set. We haven't had any other Star Wars Jedi Legos other than the Lego BD-1, which I love, but clearly they started to do Legos with it, but then they were like, yep, we're just doing BD-1 and that's it. And that kind of bums me out. Okay, we need this piece. This piece. Okay, now I'm confused. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, see, this is some of that cool building. Like, we just took this piece that's like nothing, and then we put this giant piece on it. And now we've got this full, cool, dimensional fin type shape. I love that. Okay, I see what we're doing here. So we're going to put that like that. There's a long piece here. And then we take one of these pieces and put it like this. Look how cool that looks. And this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces. But it's like this one cool sleek piece when you put it all together. So that's going to go here. Oh, of course, and that looks lovely. I really like the design of this ship. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that if the V-19s aren't like direct earlier models, I feel like the design definitely pays homage to the B-Wings. I think it's the B-Wings. Whatever ship that they originally had in A New Hope that they had to cut out because they weren't showing up well on screen, and then they were later put back in the movie with newer special effects. I want to say those are the B-Wings, and I feel like this ship definitely shares some similarities to it. Maybe not like a prototype for a B-Wing, especially in canon because of how they kind of introduced the B-Wing in Rebels, but okay, there's the back of our ship. I think our Lego person will actually be able to sit down in this because it's just 4 squares. There's nowhere for them to lay down really, so that's a good sign. And I like how they have the sticker for this little like control piece that goes in the cockpit of the ship. These are really interesting pieces too. Look, they're curved. That's so weird. Lots of random different pieces I feel like I never see. Okay, so this is like the headrest, I guess. These pieces are going to stick outward. Alright, we're getting somewhere. We're looking like we might actually be a fully functioning ship. Alright. Moving on. I think this piece... Okay, I see how they go. They go back to back here. Okay, we're getting through these pieces now. So maybe I am going to make a little bit more progress than I initially thought. I feel like the cockpit of this ship looked like it was up higher too than the rest of it. Maybe I'm just misremembering it. Because like I said, I'm not super familiar with these ships in the actual movies. Okay. All right, so we're looking a bit more majestic here, covering up kind of the pieces that are different colors and getting to more of the outer pieces. There we go. So, okay, maybe this is what I was thinking, because it felt like the cockpit was more built up, but I think that's kind of what we're doing here. I think I just expected it to go differently, or to be put together differently. This is another cool feature that they do now as well, where we get these pieces that are on a hinge like this, and that, you know, they can change, go up or down, and we put them on top of these flat pieces here, so then, oop, not like that. So we put it here, and then we can have this surface that we actually tilt down, so we can have like flat pieces up against this tilted part and really create some dimension. And that's something I've noticed in a lot of the newer Legos that I've bought. And I think that's just so cool. So we're going to have this one there. And we're going to do this one on this side. This is kind of very bulbous right now. It's bigger than the palm of my... Well, I guess it's around the same size as the palm of my hand. So the set is a little bit bigger than I actually expected. Okay, hold on. Now we have a bunch of extra pieces again. And that makes me nervous that I forgot stuff. Let me kind of do a visual check. Okay, I guess that's all those pieces. All right. So I guess we will continue for a bit. Let me see. Because like I said, there's 5 bags altogether. We'll get into the third bag. Why not? So we're going to build our clone first. And I think it's just a generic clone pilot. I don't think it's a specific, I don't think it's supposed to be a specific character. I think it's just a generic clone pilot. Oh, and the clone only gets one side printed. There's nothing on the opposite side, but that's okay because the clone wears a helmet. At least the clone is brown. That's what's more important, honestly. We love it when our clones are the correct skin tone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a pilot clone, and that's it. I think one of my favorite little behind the scenes things in the Clone Wars series was that they only have like non-helmeted. Wait, maybe I'm not remembering it correctly. It's either they have... Okay, I think I have it. So the clone pilots originally did not have helmets on at the beginning of the Clone Wars, because in Revenge of the Sith they have like helmets that have almost like a sheer, not a sheer piece like of fabric, but like you could see their face, and then because that was more expensive to animate, they just threw the helmets on the clone pilots, and now we have clone pilots with helmets, like a regular clone helmet. And yes, it is a pretty awesome figure. This one also has leg printing. No arm printing, but, you know, I wouldn't expect a just clone pilot to have a printing on it like the Obi-Wan does. And the only thing that sucks about buying these play sets is I don't play with them, so I don't have anywhere for these minifigures to go. The Ventress minifigure will be going on the Ventress cube of my shelf that's normally behind me. But like Obi-Wan, I don't know where he's gonna go. No clue. I'm open to suggestions. So just so y'all can see, this goes on this piece. This is going to go here. And then we're going to have this awesome fin piece that's going to go on the tilted piece that we put on here somehow. There we go. And see, now we've got this cool angle that was only achievable from using that slanted piece. And then I assume we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Not yet. Oh, whoa. Okay. So this piece is going to go here. And it's kind of going to build up our cockpit. Oh, that looks cool already. Yeah, see, when I had the Legos as a kid, and I'm sure some of y'all know as well who had the Star Wars Legos when they first started coming out, they were not sleek and rounded and curved like this. They were very angular. And like, of course, at the time, like it still looked really cool, but obviously with the way they do their builds now, it's completely different, and we get a lot more sleek designs like this. See, now we have our seamless side. We're going to do the same thing on the other side as well. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying this build a lot more than I expected. Not that I thought it was going to be like a boring build, because I always love building Legos, but I'm enjoying the way that it's looking. And like I said, I really bought this set for the Ventress minifigure, so maybe I just didn't pay as much attention to the actual design of the set itself, or of the ship itself, but it's a really cool design so far. Where is our little triangle piece? Here we go. So now we've got this really cool angular side going on. I'm really digging. And then we're going to put this one on this side. How fabulous is that? Shout out Barefoot Contessa, who knew she was a gay icon when I was a kid, because I was like, I don't like that lady, but she's kind of an icon. And then we have this really ugly yellowy green cover, but look how cool it looks when everything is all nicely put together. I love that. And you know what? We're going to put our clone in now. And he's just going to have his blaster with him in here just in case. Well, actually, maybe he won't, because maybe it won't fit. Yeah, I don't think the blaster's going to fit. But that's okay, because he doesn't need the blaster while he's flying the ship. Okay. Can the clone sit straight up? No. So the clone does kind of have to lay back a little bit. And that's, you know, kind of like I touched on earlier. This is a big complaint that I've noticed a lot of people having, is that these characters don't sit. They have to like lay. And it doesn't look as bad for the clone, because I've seen worse. Yeah, so far it is a really great looking set, Sublight. And you might just have to get it for the minifigures themselves, because I know you were a fan of the Ventress minifigure. Okay, so we're going to put this to the side, because now we're actually going to start building probably the wing. Definitely a lot of white pieces. Kind of like the cast of Star Wars Starfighter so far. I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, this movie's about a bunch of white people. Well, okay. Technically, that's not true, because I just learned that Mia Goth is like Portuguese and white. But like Ryan Gosling, white. Matt Smith, white. And it was like very interesting. The future of Star Wars. They've seemed to have thrown DEI out the window. Okay, Starfighter is the first Star Wars movie to lead with a star. Oh yeah, like how many times have you heard it before referred to as Ryan Gosling's Star Wars movie? Yeah, it's definitely odd. It's definitely odd. Especially not as like the main character. Oh, hi, Crystal. You missed it. We were talking about contacts, which then Hera got brought up. But I can't remember why. Oh, Fantastic Four and Jessica Alba. She had those crazy blue contacts in. That's how we got on the topic of contacts. And I was like... Because Austin had said that the guy who plays the Human Torch... he wears blue contacts in the movie and he looks fine. I said, yeah, and Ahsoka's contacts look fine, but Hera's contacts look insane. You cannot talk about Hera and contacts in the same time. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I love. So this is something that we did not get with Speak of the Devil, Ahsoka's T-16, is the underside of her wings did not have any kind of design to them. Whereas we can see this one is showing that it has some kind of actual design put into the underside of the wing. Yeah, Crystal's BTS with all the set dogs. I always look forward to that. Okay, wait. How does this piece connect? Okay, there's that. We know you love a set dog. I know sometimes I'm like, I don't know, if I was trying to post photos of myself at work, they would not be entertaining. Okay, this wing's getting kind of thick. It's not a complaint, I'm just surprised. Because normally I feel like the wings that they do for these ships are very thin. Whereas this feels like it's getting kind of bulky. Yeah, she's a little thick. And I love that. So far, this set has been a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Alright, so yeah, there's our little thick wing we've got going on here. We're going to put that to the side. Now, Crystal, I know we talked about this privately, but earlier on the stream I talked about that I have a new video coming out tomorrow. What's in the Crystal Kyber pipeline? What's going on with Bad Feeling? When's the next drop? Inquiring minds want to know. PR and speech writing. Honestly, when's the next Star Wars Sublight video? That's the real question. Okay, so this is right. We're going to put this piece here. Okay, is this a curved piece? No, it's supposed to be a flat piece. Don't tell me I'm missing a piece again. Oh, it's literally right here in front of my face. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to read this out loud because I empathize. I'm running low on creativity. TBH shifted over to making shorts because they take about 20 minutes start to finish. Oh, I lied. I don't relate to that because I hate making shorts. But I have been enjoying the shorts you've been posting. That's cool looking. I wish I could make shorts. All the shorts that you see on the Wayseeker social media are made by Austin, not me. I'm just like not good at putting shorts together. I don't know what it is. Probably because I don't watch them. Like I don't do TikTok. I don't watch things on TikTok. I mean, I watch reels and stuff occasionally, but even so, I just like long form content. I'm a size queen when it comes to the content I want to consume. I guess that's what you could say. I have a feeling I'm going to be making... Well, I'm going to make another one that's probably identical to this, just shifted the opposite direction. But I don't know what the back one's going to be like, because that one's going to be a little bit different. Because shape-wise, it looks different. You know what? On top of, it's no shame talking about the lack of creativity because I feel like I was struggling a lot, and I'm excited to work on something new. But I also was like, fuck, what am I gonna do for my next video? Now that I've got this one coming out tomorrow, I've got some ideas, but it's definitely hard. We're in what I like to refer to as the off season right now. I think the next thing coming out technically is Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy Part 2. What is it? Pieces of the Past, I think is what it's called. And I probably won't make any content about it. But I do plan on doing a watch party on Discord. And you're all invited. Even if you don't like the Lego specials. I found Rebuild the Galaxy Part 1, or whatever you want to call it, Part 1, because technically it was 4 parts in the first part, but I found it to be surprisingly very enjoyable. It was my favorite Lego anything that they've done so far. I did not do these in the right pieces, did I? Nope. Ooh, this is not easy. Okay, I might have to use my teeth. Oh, nope, I got it. Alright, this one goes here, because I was like, damn, these pieces do not feel like they're going to stay on, like, well. It's because they were on too small of the pieces. Okay, that looks better. And I love these pretty blue transparent pieces. Very similar to my favorite color. I'm excited to get this first wing on too and see the way it, well, literally hooks onto the ship. Also, because I haven't said it in a while, make sure that you like the stream. I will at least be doing one more since I've got 2 more bags to do. So I'll probably be doing the next stream next Thursday for part 2, and we'll probably finish it next Thursday. So I hope that y'all come hang out for that one as well, so we can really put this baby in action, or see it in action. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to so you don't miss my announcement about it. And I don't want you to miss my video coming out tomorrow. I'm so excited about it. It feels really good to just like work on something that you're feeling really creative about and then get it out. It's kind of bittersweet at the same time because it's like, well, I'm done working on it, so now I have to move on. But the cool thing about it is I get to, like, I've experienced it by myself the whole time, and I get to see what y'all think about it, hear your thoughts. And I love when people propose theories about my theories or parts of theories that I didn't even think of. Funny enough, I actually was asking my best friend about something that I wrote, and if there was like a better way to convey or something that I needed to kind of add in additionally to make something make more sense. And she actually helped me when talking about certain characters and the way that they've shifted and how we've seen that in the story. And so shout out Kendra, love ya, thanks for being. Sometimes she'll say shit and I'm like, damn, you should have the YouTube channel, not me. Especially when it comes to like just the takes that she'll say about Star Wars stuff that we've watched, and I'm like, damn, why am I the one with the channel? That's always funny. Oh, I'm supposed to have it upside down. And which ones do they hook onto? Okay, so the middle two. Did I fuck anything up? No. Okay. Oh, well, that makes sense why it's double-sided, is because you were going to see both sides of the wing. I guess we can kind of put this on its side like that. We're adding in some stabilizers. Oh God, Crystal. I don't want to talk about that. I'm supposed to be chilling, not stressing. Okay, once again, I have extra pieces and I don't know why. Specifically these 2 black round pieces. Well, there was 2. Where the hell did the second one go? Maybe there was no, there was only 1. But still, where was it supposed to go? because clearly I missed it. Is it supposed to be a double one on the... Yep. Damn, I really do be forgetting shit. Don't worry, Crystal, you can text me about it. There we go. And that looks better. Alright, so here is what we're working with. Here's the wing in flight mode, I guess you could say. And then we're going to put it into landing mode. And see, the best thing is, since it clips in there, like, it doesn't move. And then we can unclip it and put it into landing mode. And honestly, it looks kind of cool that way as well. It's kind of reminding me of like a Lambda class shuttle. So here we are with the set. We got through 3 bags already, which feels kind of insane. But I mean, it definitely shows this is a really pretty build so far, and I'm really excited to finish it. And then, like I said, figure out where the hell I'm going to put it. So if you haven't already, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my video coming out tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I talk about Tanalorr and a lot more things, so I hope you enjoy it. I hope you comment on it. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, thank you all for being here. I always appreciate it. I'll see you next Thursday, and may the Force be with you.